If you're a woman who's not dating for fun, but because you want to find your forever after guy, not knowing these 5 truths could be unnecessarily wasting some of the best years of your life. So today, I'm going to reveal 5 radically important facts about men that your future self will thank you profusely for learning today. My goal today is ambitious. I want to save you from years of BS and time wasting when you date men. So I'm gonna get right to it. The first fact / hard truth about men I need you to know is there's gonna be 3 types of guys, fundamentally. Type number 1, he doesn't want commitment. He wants an easy peasy type of relationship. No strings attached, friends with benefits, you get the type. Number 2, a guy who may want it, may not want it. He's kind of confused, but sometimes he's more into the camp of, I want love long term, and sometimes he's like, it may be a little too much for me. Type number 3, he's clear that he wants a lifelong committed relationship with someone. My strong recommendation is be very clear about what you want from the beginning and do not waste your time. Underline again, do not waste your time with men who are fussy about it, who are not clear that they want it. Although it's possible they could change for you. You could be the woman who actually opens their heart and they change. They never committed to someone and now they want it. You could equally waste your time and have someone who 3 years into it is still not getting the hint that he needs to move forward. So only connect with guys for dating who are very clear and very specific that they're seeking the same type of relationship commitment that you're seeking. Number 2 is if the guy is not pursuing you, and hint here, is not chasing you. Chasing or smothering you is not what I'm talking about. Pursuing you, taking an active role in asking you on dates, initiating contact, moving the ball forward. If he's not doing that, he's either not into you or not the type of guy who likes to pursue. And my question to you is this. If the guy's not into you, why would you waste your time with him? If the guy is not into the pursuit type, unless you want to turn yourself into someone who pursues, there's nothing wrong if you want to do it. There's not a moral position against doing it. I just know most women don't like to do it and don't enjoy being in that position where they have to ask the guy out, remind them that they exist, and move the ball forward. So if you don't like that, then choose not to do it. Choose to connect with a guy who'll either wake up to the fact that you're not going to do that or who'll do it from the beginning. Number 3, you cannot pressure a guy into being more ambitious than he is. And I know that might feel a little harsh, but let me play it for you this way. You can get crop, whether it's a fruit or a vegetable, inject them with a substance and have them ripen artificially. They don't taste the same, and they're not the same type of fruit that's something that ripens naturally. So if you need to find out for yourself, what is the level of ambition you're looking for in a guy? And by the way, I'm not suggesting in any way you go for the ultra ambitious CEO type who has no time for a family or for a relationship because he's working 100 or 90 hours a week. You want a guy who's balanced. But if you're connecting with a guy right now and you feel like he should have more of a vision for the future, he should have more hunger for either it's financially or in any way, and it's not happening, do not delude yourself into thinking that when he gets married, he's going to go up in a notch, or when he gets a child, he might not. So accept the guy for who he is, connect with someone who has the right level of ambition for the lifestyle that you want, and the lifestyle you're also willing to create with them, and don't pressure or guilt or coerce a guy into more because it's a losing proposition for you. Now, before I go into my last 2 points that are some of the most important that I'll discuss today, if you're a woman who's been single for a while, watching this video, I'd be willing to bet you're not fully aware of the true root cause why you're still single. So what I've done is I've taken 13 years of helping women in every walk of life you can imagine, every continent, every kind of love challenge you could think of, and help them to attract their ideal life partner in a small fraction of the time. And what I've done is, if you want to get your answer, you can go to the first link in the description of this video, take my free quiz, and you'll get 2 things. The answer to the question why you're still single, you'll see a page that looks like this when you go to that link. And then you'll also have a report that's going to share with you, based on your specific blind spot, what is the number 1 thing you can do starting today to reverse this trend that you're in and attract the guy you want much faster. Step number 4, vulnerability activates him activates his longing, activates his pursuit, activates his protection mechanism. If you want a guy who's protective of your kind heart and who wants to really be there for you, the thick and thin, then you need to be vulnerable with them. You need to share the truth of your heart, what you feel, what you fear. I've talked about this in multiple videos, but I can't do this video without talking about it, because if the guy is not activated at the level that he needs to, and you're holding down your heart in some ways, then you need to put your cards on the table and share with them how you feel, what you need, what you want, what your greatness is, and also what your weakness is, so he can feel compelled, DNA-wise, to activate himself to do more for you than his brain logically is asking him to do right now. Step number 5. There's going to be guys who are much more into meaning and much more into pleasure, other types of guys. So my recommendation is connect with guys who are mostly for meaning versus pleasure. Pleasure is fun and it's cool, but pleasure is not the thing that's going to help you save for a home, or pleasure is not the thing that's going to make you end your life looking back and saying, this was an incredible adventure that was worth living. So a guy who has meaning at his forefront is willing to sacrifice, is willing to work hard, is willing to delay gratification. A guy's into pleasure is going to want it here and now. Hope this is helpful and useful. And if it is, it'd mean the world to me and to my channel if you click like and subscribe. And if you want to continue learning how to attract your ideal life partner without the need for gimmicks, manipulation games, or stupid techniques, make sure to go to the next video right here.